Welcome to our next episode in the series of Dispersed Teams. We have Sethuraman, Delivery Manager at Metricstream, sharing with Sivaguru from PM Power Consulting his perspective, divided into three segments. 1. Related to his own experience on working from home. 2. How customers are taking it. And 3. An organization view into the situation. Listen on.
The context, Setu, is you have extensive experience in working remotely from home. Compared to that time and now, when it is not only you who's working remotely, but your team is also completely dispersed. So questions like how is the team taking it, and what are you doing to keep the team cohesive, connected, and anything else, how are customers taking it, anything that comes to your mind, practices that have worked for you, practices that you still find as a challenge. We thought we will share it with the community. That's the reason for this conversation. So the floor is all yours.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Shiv. The first part of it, I would divide this into three segments, Shiv. The first segment being in terms of how I was working from home earlier, and what is the change now, and how are we doing it. The second part is how customer is taking it, and the third part is how within our organization, in terms of be it productivity or the people's aspect of it, we will do that. The first one is my perspective. The second one is what I think the customer perspective is. And third one is what, again, I think its people perspective is. So this is how I would break this into three parts, Shiv. So the first one, the interesting one. So earlier I used to connect from home, and at that time, say I manage a team of about 25 people of various BAs, QAs to put together various the roles that they play. Earlier I used to connect from home while the team sits at one location, as well as the customer, be it 6 different customers that we work with, they all are in a particular location or scattered in one single location or different locations, whatever it is. So now the difference is that the team is working from home. And when I speak to my customer on a daily basis, we run a managed services unit, and we connect with our customer on a daily basis. And every customer, be it the customer in the Australia, China, which is Greater China and Hong Kong region, Singapore region, as well as Dubai region, all the customers, they're all connecting from home. Now that the customer is connecting from home, the team is connecting from home, and I, as the team which manages this, who acts as a liaison between all this party, I also connect from home. Now, having said this, what's the difference? That this is the difference, basically. Earlier, I used to connect from home, and they all used to be at one particular place. Now, with this difference, what is that I wanted to share is that we did put through. We know that around the world, this is the situation. The good news is that customer understands that the organization have called out the BCP and pandemic plan. Likewise, we do understand that the customer has called out the BCP and pandemic plan. Now, all that is, okay, there is one focus, which is for the customer on a regular BAU, what is that we need to do. Now, the point is that when it comes to the team, when it comes to a 5 or larger 6 customer units, 6 different customers with 25 teams, how do we manage them? Earlier, I used it to share one consolidated report to the customer with my entire team on in the start of the day. I start early in the day, around 6ish, and send out to 5 or 6 emails to all 6 customers. This is what the status is, and this is what we're looking at. This is the weekly sprint plan, and this is what it is. And the team naturally picks it up, and they do it. And it's a very mature team, and we have gone into a mature level of the trust and working towards integrity part of it. Now, while we still believe on the trust and working towards integrity, the help that the team needs, like let's say that one of my team member is 8 months into the system. So as an example, I pick up, there is one team member who's new in the organization, who's like 10 months in the organization, another team member who's 10 years in the organization, who leads from the technical aspect. If these two have to connect, they sit together in the office, they go into the room, they sit together, okay, this is what the problem, this is a technical challenge, and yeah, things get done. But here, the downside of this is they got to get into a Skype or through the Microsoft Teams. We enable Microsoft Teams quite extensively, as well as the Skype for Business, and WebEx is more with the customer. But the interaction between them happens more in terms of not a physical touch, but it still works out. At the end of the day, I looked at it. It's been 4 days we have called out this pandemic plan. It's the day 4 of the BCP and the pandemic that we have created in. And the reports as of yesterday, which is on the 3rd day of where we on the day 3 of the pandemic plan that we are in today, we are like the creation closure rate. One of the category that we look at in terms of the account stability is the creation and the closure rate. And we are at 130%. Now, one data is not good unless it is compared with the other data. So we went back, I went back to see what happened in the last 4 weeks. So it's the 3rd day is early to comment on. At the end of day 5 is when I would be able to 100% say, hey, yeah, while we work from home, the productivity has increased. And of course, the quality measure had to put through. It's in an early stage to say that. But what I can definitely say is there are 3 things that helps on a work from home on this situation when everybody is working from home. The first one is trust the team. I keep repeating this word because the team is matured, the people are matured, and it's just the factor of when we perform, when the team performs, or we inject that integrity with the team, it comes within the team. Trust the team that they work on, and more than trusting the team, while we trust the team, we have to give them the guidance as what needs to be done. So a week plan, every day you start with sending out one email to the entire team of 30 people. Hey, here is our entire set of accounts. These are the list of activities that we have. Let's not name the people, let's name the person. So for each of the accounts, which the customer accounts, what we have done is we have put in a single point of contact. That single point of contact is responsible for that particular team if they have any problems or challenges. So when you flash it, when people see the data on screen, when it comes to them every day, they know what needs to be done. And 90% of the time, when people know what needs to be done, things are done much faster. And the second part is send everybody, the 30 people, not just the management, keep the management posted, keep everybody in the chain posted that at the end of the day, this is what we have achieved. So I don't do this earlier, Shiv. In terms of my previous work from home experience, I used to send emails only to customer marking my team. But today, I thought when we started this particular exercise of BCP and pandemic plan, I said, team needs to know an overall program of the DSM track that we track, how is it moving in compared to each of it. So I put in all the 30 people on an email with all my managers and who was supposed to be CC'd in the email, and send out a list. Hey, this is our plan in the morning. By the end of the day, this is what we completed it, and here is the percentage closure of where we are. And these are the total tickets that are action. These are the total tickets that are action with the customer, and these are the problems that we have, and this is the help that we needed. So when this is done, it's just that people see, oh yeah, we are, and I touch base with most of these guys over the phone. Hey, how is it going? Are you safe? And how is the work? And I would say that, Shiv, not a single person has told me that. Spoken to about 15 people over last 3 days, not every 25 people I did spoke to, about 15-16 people I did spoke to over the last 3 days in terms of their work from home. Everybody said that, Setu, I am working much better than what I used to do in the office. There is a downside also they did called out. The downside is if I need a technical help, then I have to rely on, create a Skype meeting, rely on, look at that technically. Only that part of it is taking time, but I'm spending a lot more time than what I used to do in the office. So while that is on the positive side, the technical help is something that, the physical presence is something that's, they call out that it's still not there. But productivity has increased over 3 years. 3 days. I can definitely confirm that at the end of day 5. Now, the last part of it, my perspective on the customer, I said, Shiv, all my customers are working from home. All of them are working remotely. So far, with 4 days, I went and told them we are also connecting remotely. We have worked on the pandemic plan and we are doing that. None of the customers so far has come out with a single email in terms of this is something that we needed, you didn't give us. This is, or rather, not even an escalation. I'm not talking escalation level. I'm just talking about an activity being skipped. So one of the customer, which is in Australia, they said it's not just today, it's over a period of time. Situ, in Jan month, we did better. Feb and March, we did wonderful. Feb, we did wonderful. March, I'm actually stating that the system is becoming stable and you guys are coping up. The tickets that are being created for us is less than 10. And if we can get this hold in the month of April, we are really good at it. So so from the customer perspective, they have created a pandemic. They have not come back with any such activity being missed. In terms of the internal people thing, people say, come out and call it out loud that they are connecting more frequently. Their time is spent more into the accounts that they work on, while the downside is on the technical help that they have to actually look at, go into the webex and screen sharing session to do that. And at the same time, the productivity has increased. The last part of it is my take on it is more than keep the management posted, as important as get the team together to know what is that they, I mean, sometimes it's good to share that, okay, these are all the things that we have, and this is what we have done. At the end of the day, it's like I would say counting the money in the wallet, how much we had before going out the house and how much we have when we came back and where we spent our money. So when that is laid out on an email, this is what the task that we had, this is what it is. The team likes it and they say that, oh, Setu, we did 130%. We should close another 10 tickets on this one at the end of week 1. So this is week 1. While organization has given this opportunity, we have taken it and we are working towards it. While it's very early to comment that this is a very successful model, but after week 2, we will be able to show with the data point that this is what it is, Shiv. That's quite what I had in my mind.
Yeah, thanks, Setu. That is wonderful. Definitely very positive to see that the team has taken it in its stride, and also the fact that you had a DR plan and then you've been able to activate it. And wonderful. All the best to you and the team.
Thank you, Shiv. Thank you so much.
Please share your experiences on what's working and what's not. This way, we hope to help others and ourselves navigate this time in the best possible way. Do write to us with your insights and thoughts at podcasts@pm-powerconsulting.com.